games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down,
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Jackson on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Gun.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Madubuike in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Their 49-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it third.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the 50, Newton. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
On the carry.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Tackle made at the
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Down at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
On 2nd down now. It's White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Campbell on the stop. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
A play fake to Michel. Now Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Dobbins on the carry.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's taken down inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run with Michelle. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Here's Newton. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go with Michelle. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was brought down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker to kick.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sony Michel, the ball carrier.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This pass complete to Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And is much more successful as well.
They fake the give. Newton. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
17-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
To kick off for Baltimore.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Michel. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Oh, then the spin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Sonny Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
On the carry.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
7-yard line.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
2nd and 7.
Now Cam going to get this into the hands of Michel. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it to Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front. It took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The Ravens.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson steps away to his left. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike forward. Gun. Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. That one complete to Keene, the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the draw, here's Michel. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it's Michel once again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Lightning speed there from the safety Devin McCourty on the sack.
2nd down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback with hit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Patriots 28, Ravens 20. Set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Man, Lamar Jackson, and we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground. He forced 42 missed tackles last year. That's twice as many as any other quarterback in the NFL. To your point, very difficult to get him down.
A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Complete to
some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
To kick off for Baltimore.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Play action. It's Newton. Got his man. That's Harry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, here's White. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Well, the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
1-yard line.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with White. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off play action. Newton eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Newton to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 19-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. Still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Patriots 35, Ravens 28. To kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed?
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now up to 14. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Marquise Brown.
And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
Baltimore.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Patriots.
Tucker with the extra point. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Patriots.